You know how every single season of Survivor ends?
Let me guess. By someone less than deserving winning the $1 million.
No, that's just the last few seasons.
Seems like every season. How does every season end?
Every season ends with our good friend and lovable host, Jeff Probst, looking
Okay.
straight into the camera like I'm doing right now and saying, hey, if you think you have what it takes to be on Survivor, go to CBS.com and apply. So that got us thinking.
Yes.
Now that the cast for Survivor Redemption Island has
Redemption
been
Island.
released, 18 people going for $1 million in the spring.
18.
18.
Yes.
Now that the cast has been released, it got us to thinking, what does it take to be on Survivor?
Well, we have a list, folks.
We
As
do.
if we don't have a list for everything that we
We've
do.
got
but
a little list.
There are count them, five big things that you have to do. Have to. I mean, it's not even an option at this point.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get on Survivor or any reality TV show, these things are mandatory.
Yes.
Are you ready for the list?
Let's do it.
Rule number 1. Move to LA, Los Angeles, Southern California. If you don't live there already, your odds are severely diminished.
Like
Why,
ours.
Bill?
Well, out of the 16 newbies
Okay.
in this cast, a full 10 of them
10.
list their location, current city, as somewhere in Southern California, Los Angeles County. I think the furthest one away is Natalie, who's in Acton, and that's about 25, 30 miles north of Burbank.
So wait, let me get this straight. There are 50 states in the union.
Yes.
One of them happens to be California,
It's a
and
pretty
10
big
of
one.
our contestants, more than 50% of this cast, came from California.
Southern California. That's the worst part of it. Like if you take 3 from LA and 2 from San Francisco, that's almost acceptable because it's a big state.
Nowadays, sure.
But when 10 of your cast admits to being from Southern California, we don't know about the other 6. They list different states and cities. They may very well still live in California themselves anyway. It's a bit disgusting.
Is it?
Yep.
Why does it have to be that way? Why can't we fix these rules? That's what we're trying to do, folks. We're trying to fix it. That way we improve reality TV, and that way we give you, our loyal Reality Rant viewers, we can say that now,
Yes.
a chance to actually win.
The only excuse I would think
Uh-oh.
is if
Excuses.
if everybody was applying and they say you have to fly out at your own expense to LA,
Yes.
that would be one thing. But 1, we know they're recruiting, and 2, you only have to fly out to the nearest city in the 15 that they list.
And when you think about it, if all these open calls are happening, how are they not picking at least one person
Exactly.
from each open call? Are people in Indianapolis that boring?
Well, my dad lives there, so probably.
Okay. Number 2,
Number 2.
work in show business. And really, we're not kidding, folks. You got to work in showbiz, or take that loosely. If we haven't already seen you on TV, why do we want to put you on TV anyway?
And I won't categorically say it's bad to work in showbiz. Hell,
Okay.
we work in showbiz
Technically, we
technically.
do.
And there's one of the cast members, Sarita. She was an animation producer on the movie Ratatouille, which was a great film. But
Who wants to put rats in pasta?
I do. It's delicious.
Really?
Oh yeah. Especially with
Okay.
with some zucchini.
Keep
Awesome.
going.
Anyway, it's not necessarily that you work in showbiz, it's that you are on air in showbiz, that you are, in essence, an actor or a model.
Yes.
We-
How are we doing in the actor and model
Let's
category
run
on
down the
Survivor
list.
Redemption Island?
Andrea, let's see, Natalie, Stephanie, they're all models of some kind.
3.
Krista was the head cheerleader at Auburn.
Okay.
Christina Kell, a 46-year-old law student, is that way and that name because when she was single as Christina Kochoff, her sister was a screenwriter and she appeared in her sister's movies.
All right, so we've got 5 of the women with some kind
And-
of pretty.
And Ashley was Miss Maine USA.
Oh boy. There we go. The mandatory sash rule. 2 sashes per show of some kind.
And we had one last season, so
Yeah, go figure, right?
actually named that.
They had to add a sash.
Yes.
Couldn't go with Matthew.
It's
God.
it's insane. It's like it's based on their looks, but after 3 days, those looks go to crap. You're in the jungle. You don't get to bathe.
Think about it. You're putting girls on this show who we can already count their ribs.
Yeah.
Hint. We don't want to actually be able to count them all by the end of the season. Yet,
Indeed.
you remember Jane, not that she's the model type, but
Yeah.
still. Give me someone with a little meat on her bones. Imagine how hot she could be by the end.
I mean, well, we saw what happened to Heidi, so. But
For that matter, peanut butter chocolate, please, more.
I'll take Heidi over Courtney.
Yeah.
And I love Courtney to death, but come on.
Come on. Rule number 3.
Rule number 3.
Rule number 3. Wait, we didn't finish this whole showbiz bit.
We didn't.
No! Because we work in a little industry called sports.
Yes, we do.
And aren't there certain gentlemen, I mean, we picked on the ladies for their modeling and their pretty.
Yeah.
Sticking on rule number 2, and knowing that some of these guys have a sports connection.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
That would be Steve Wright and Grant, whatever the hell his last name is. I don't know.
Okay. Steve
Is a former football player.
He's a former football player.
So is
Good.
Grant.
Okay.
Grant played for like a season for the St. Louis Rams, and he basically, washed out of the league.
That's fine. Not really, but okay.
Steve played for a certain NFL team.
What team would that be?
What team do we definitely not want it to be?
Well, I'm a New York Giants fan.
And I'm an Eagles fan.
The Dallas frickin' Cowboys?
Indeed. And
All
which
right.
Dallas Cowboy team did he play for?
Please, God, don't tell me that one. Gary Hogan Boom.
Gary Hogan Boom.
So let's see. Wait a minute. See, you just gotta. This is where it gets ugly, folks. Now we're going from rule number 3 to rule number 4. We'll come back to 3. Don't worry about
We're
it.
skipping rule number 3. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, this is really important. Because guess what? If you don't already know someone who's been on reality TV, your chances, flush them down the toilet.
Exactly. When they say it's not what you know, it's who you know, it applies to reality TV. Case in point, as we just said, Steve
knows Gary Hogan Boom.
Grant, the other
Playing on
NFL
the same team.
Grant, the other NFL player, is BFFs with one Natalie Bolton.
Oh, God. What is it with the name Natalie in Survivor and reality TV, for that matter? Big Brother Natalie. Ugh.
You remember fans versus favorites?
Yes.
Remember which fan did the best?
No.
That would be Natalie.
I didn't want to say that.
You know what was unique about Natalie as a fan?
What?
Pure recruit, model, never watched the show in her life.
Yep.
And guess what? Guess what? Grant's her BFF, and he's only seen 2 seasons of the show. And guess which one of those 2 seasons it was?
Shoot me.
Third, the current Natalie. Mm-hmm. She's a dancer, so she already fulfills the entertainment industry.
Yep.
But her breed of dancing is on a dance volleyball team, whatever the hell that is.
Fantastic.
Spike it, shake it, and
That's right up there with the ice capades.
but apparently not allowed to cradle the balls. But
No.
on this dance volleyball team is one Jennifer Parker. Does that name ring a bell?
Yes, it does.
Amazing Race 12. And that the castles for the new Amazing Race has been officially released. I don't think she's on this one, even though they do have some people from season 12. I don't think.
And neither are Maria and Tiffany. I told you 1,000 times they weren't on there. I work in poker. I know these things.
So again, if you don't know somebody, down the drain go your chances.
Rule number, I guess 4 now.
Yeah,
Because that other one's 3. They flip flop. Whatever it is.
Exactly.
Be a drunk.
Yeah.
We're not kidding. If you drink heavily, in fact, if you are currently watching this vidcast and are incapable of forming a coherent sentence, your odds of getting on the show,
you gotta leg up.
huge.
If Jersey Shore and Real World weren't proof enough for you.
So I understand there's a margarita story involved with
Yes, Sarita.
Sarita.
Yes. She admits that she's a recruit.
Okay.
Dalton Ross of Entertainment Weekly, I love his interviews because he's basically the Survivor guru, even though that's a different podcast entirely. Mm-hmm. He interviewed all the cast when it was released, and Sarita, when he asked Sarita how she got on the show, she's like, "Oh, they found me in Venice Beach taking margaritas to the face."
Wait, did you say watermelon to the face?
No, I said margaritas to the face.
Okay, that could be entertaining.
And it really is important to be drunk. It really is. Another recruit on this
Even
season.
though, how much alcohol do they get during a season of Survivor?
None. They might get some wine at the merge, but
Like usually beer
or
or
a reward or something.
but
I mean, and I have to wonder if Philip, one of the other recruits, is drunk because they recruited him while he was roller dancing. Yeah, like Xanadu roller dancing. It's like, especially to be at his age, like he's like 52, he better be drunk doing that. But being drunk actually does seem to help you on the show. We have 2 winners who are fall down drunks. Remember back in Palau? Remember the merge? Remember Tom falling over?
That was fantastic.
Hilarious.
But what do you mean 2 winners?
Much more recently, Fabio, our beloved
You mean
Fabio.
Judd?
Yes. He just got arrested for DUI. Like yesterday.
Fantastic. So, Judd/Fabio, who apparently has some homoerotic movie flipping around. Not pornographic, just weird.
Yeah, so he fulfills the entertainment industry.
Yes, he does.
So he's from Southern California, he's in the entertainment industry, and he's a drunk.
We tell you, we know what we're talking about. These are the rules.
And we're not talking about Matthew from this season, who is basically a more muscular version of Fabio.
Oh, shoot me now. Want to move to rule number 5?
Let's do it.
Rule number 5 is if you couldn't figure it out, already be/have been on reality TV.
Yes. Who could we be talking about in that regard?
Me and you?
No, sadly.
Russell and Rob. Russell, who has been on Survivor now 3 times, or will be on Survivor 3 times, and Rob Boston Mariano, who's 4 4 times on Survivor. How many seasons of Survivor have we had, Bill?
This would be 22.
That means Boston Rob will have been on approximately 16-17% of all Survivor seasons.
Almost a quarter of the show's run.
Ridiculous.
And for Russell, it's 3 times in 4 seasons.
It is.
We love these guys. We do.
Yes. Fantastic players. Top 10.
Let's
Easy.
make this very clear. We love Russell and Rob, easily in the top 10 players of all time. But the whole point of Redemption Island is get redemption. Neither one of them need it.
And more importantly, they're both going to be gunned for. Because the recruiters made sure it would happen.
Yes.
How did they do that, Bill?
Well, most of the recruited players have only seen Heroes versus Villains as a season.
Fantastic.
So when they were asked who their favorite and least favorite players were, a lot of them listed Rob and Sandra and Parvati and Tom as their favorite players.
They all hate 6 of them, to be specific.
6
hate
of them.
Russell.
Hate Russell. Don't understand why he was never voted out. He's
I
such
wonder how many of them are going to end up on Russell's tribe.
3 of them.
3.
Because
Okay.
though Rob and Russell have not been assigned to tribes yet, the other 16 have, and 3 of
They
the
were
haters
split evenly.
3 of the haters on one tribe, 3 on the other. And there's one person, Julie, who actually likes Russell, so hopefully she's on his tribe to counteract that. But we do remember that Russell has won the audience prize 2 seasons running, right?
Yes.
Yet they made sure to stack the cast with people who hated him. Really?
C'est la vie. What do you do?
But again, it comes down to they don't even need redemption.
They don't.
Rob got his redemption in All Stars.
Okay.
By going from 10th to 2nd, he got his redemption. He made it all the way to the end.
So let's just try to end this on a positive note here, okay?
Let's end it on a positive
Looking
note.
at the Survivor contestants this season,
Yes.
what's got you excited?
There are 4 that I'm kind of rooting for.
1,
Even though we've made fun of her, Natalie,
Natalie.
because she has displayed
Natalie.
she's displayed some modicum of game acumen.
Okay.
Because even though she's the youngest player in the game's history at 19, she, in her bio, mentions that she hated the twist of Survivor Guatemala of bringing back Stephanie and Bobby John.
A little bit of history, a little bit of knowledge. Hopefully that turns into gameplay.
And especially because this season is basically going to be a Guatemala repeat of bringing back 2 players to be, in essence, fake leaders, you know?
Yes.
Even though they have no immunity or anything else.
Number 2,
Julie. Again, the one person who truly respects Russell's game. Hopefully they're on the same tribe. Hopefully they can align. And she'll get massive points if she can actually backstab him.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a great thing. Again, I'm not saying that someone like Russell has to win, but someone who has the strategic acumen of a Russell or a Rob, winning the game would be fantastic.
You don't have to be Russell. We just want you to respect the game. That's all we ask.
3.
Francesca. We've not really talked about her. 1, I love the fact that she has a name that makes her sound like an Italian mother, but she's actually the saucy black woman. But she's one of the 6 Russell haters, but she is an avowed fan of the show, and she does at least respect the fact that Russell played the game. She just hated his methods.
Okay.
It's like, I can accept that.
We can deal with that. You've listed off 3 women so far.
Yes.
Are any of the men in this cast even worth it?
Ralph.
Are you saying that you need to puke?
No, I'm saying we need to wig him.
Okay. Bring on the
My
wig.
cat's breath smells like cat food.
Ralph.
He's basically Tom Buchanan with different facial hair. He's a farmer in Tennessee. In fact, he does list Tom as his favorite player of all time. That should already tell you something that someone has knowledge that far back in the show.
Yes.
But out of the entire cast, all 18 of them, when it comes to the interviews, he's the one who says categorically, I applied. I am not
to say
a
that
recruit.
no one else has, but
I'm pretty sure Francesca applied. I wouldn't be surprised if Natalie applied, even though she kind of screams recruit. Because again, she's under 21. She's under the minimum age.
Yes.
They did lower it, but still, you know, someone who's actually come out and said, I am an applicant. I am a fan. I have been grinding for years to get on the show, and I finally have my chance.
That right there, that is what we're here for. That's why we're telling you these rules. Do what's necessary. Remember, the game starts in the application process. Lie, cheat, steal, win, and when you get there, make sure that you give a little shout out to the Reality Rant. Don't forget, follow us right here on YouTube, and scarier yet, we've got a Facebook page.
We do.
So
we have joined 1/5 of the planet.
Scary but true. Keep in touch with us. We'll keep on delivering the podcast. For Eric Pierce, that's me, and Bill Hammond, that's him. This Reality Rant is
About to go violate rules 3 and 4.
all right. Peace.
That's it.